Hello, family. I'm coming out here. I seen yesterday, uh, lukewarm after I made a video, which I deleted it, and after that I seen flesh. So I feel like God is telling me, strongly telling me to get in His Word. So I've been making the Bible stories because that was something that I feel like God was showing me and telling me to do. So I'm gonna be more spending time with God, in the Word, so I can make sure that without a doubt that I'm hearing God's voice, and I'm not operating out my flesh, because I tend to get in my flesh a lot, and God's been dealing with me about me being in my flesh. But I hope y'all enjoy the Bible stories. That's something that I enjoy. I'm not taking adding nothing to it. I'm just taking, like, putting main parts, just mainly telling a story. For those, you're not supposed to take away or add from the Bible. The religious spirits. It's just a story that I'm telling from the Bible, and it's straight from the King James Version Bible. I don't have my own Bible. I know, it was in the air, the lies that I'm writing my own Bible, which, the Bible's already written, but I just wanted to tell y'all that, that's what I'm gonna be doing, getting more into God, His presence, because I've been lacking, on praising God and worshiping, and I just need to get closer to the Father. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, reading more, trying to get worship and get in God's presence more. And until then, I'm gonna be doing the Bible stories, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But that's what I want to share with y'all, And I've been battling, going back and forth with this tobacco addiction. I went from smoking cigarettes to smoking a puff bar, and then that got too high, because I don't have a job. I feel like God was telling me to quit my job and follow Him, and so that's what I'm gonna do. But the BLKs, which is cigars, they were cheaper. It's like $1.40, $1.61. So I'm having trouble trying to get off of that. I've been praying to God to deliver me from that addiction, spirit of addiction, and I'm believing God that He's gonna deliver me from that. And I ask, for good prayers only, you know, um, for God to deliver me from that smoking addiction, and I just want to tell y'all that it's been hard for me, but God got me through other stuff. He delivered me from a lot. I was having trouble. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. With masturbation. You know, that one was real hard for me too. Not trying to please the flesh. Trying to please. And with that was like, it was every time I felt like, God had delivered me from it, I wasn't going to do it no more. Then after a long period of time, I found myself, I was going back to doing it, and so this time I know for a fact that God has delivered me from that, and so I'm believing God and trusting God, and I know that He's going to deliver me from this tobacco addiction as well. And I've had problems with pride, that I'm still dealing with as well. So pray for me on that, and I'm praying for God to deliver me from that spirit of pride. I don't want to have no prideful heart. And from other stuff as well. But I'm not gonna make this video too long. I know y'all don't like long videos, but I just want to share that with y'all. Pray good prayers for me as well as I pray good prayers for you, which that's what I'm going to do is pray good prayers. I've had enough of the bad prayers being prayed, on me and against me. So if you will, I pray and, I asked, if y'all would pray for me as well as I pray for you. Good prayers only. All right. God bless you. Have a blessed day. Be blessed.